everybody, we built a droid at Galaxy's Edge here in Hollywood Studios at Disney World, and we wanted to share our experience with you.
Hey everybody, welcome back from the intro montage that you just saw. We had a great experience building this droid, and we're going to walk through...
Wow.
I actually did not mean to press the button to interrupt myself.
Maybe set it down.
Yeah, here.
There we go.
Anywho's.
That's funny.
We're going to talk through a little bit of the things, like some of the things that you might need to know about the experience up front.
Yeah.
Kind of talk through our experience actually building the droid. And I don't know that we would do anything differently. I think BB Grape turned out great.
Yeah, I love him.
And then just whether or not we would recommend it as an experience. I think, spoiler alert, yes. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the things that you need to do ahead of time?
Yeah, so before we do that, though, I'm Alex, and this is Chris.
Oh.
If you're new here, thank you all so much for watching. If you would, go ahead and click that subscribe button. More Disney travel content coming your way every week. So, yes, before you build the droid, there is some things that you need to do online. So 60 days out before your trip down here to Disney World, or if you're local, you will need to make a reservation on My Disney Experience. Pretty easy. Type in Droid Depot online or build a droid, whatever, and it'll show up, and then you can look at reservations. I will say, reservations don't seem that hard to get, but if you are coming during a busier time of year, that could also change.
Yeah, the experience has been out for a while now.
It has been out for a while. It is, the price has gone up in the last year or so. No surprise, what hasn't? I typically recommend doing it later on in the day, so then you don't have to carry this around if you're going to be spending the entire day at Hollywood Studios. You can do walk-ups during the day. They will potentially have some, but again, I would just go ahead and make the reservation. Even if you're inside that 60-day window, if it's 30 days from now, just go ahead and see if there's reservations available and get those on the calendar versus chancing it. So when you do go online, they have changed this recently. Like I said, the price went up to $119.99 at the base level. And when you make your reservation, you are going to have to pay that price now. Before, you didn't have to pay in advance. You are now. With tax, I just pulled it up, is $127.79. And then when you go to the actual reservation, you will have a chance to upgrade it for a personality chip and a bag, which we did not do. So there's kind of those two levels. I believe when you upgrade it, it's closer to that $200 mark. So keep that in mind. There is also a 24-hour cancellation notice on this. So if you do make a reservation and you end up a couple days before, you're like, I don't want to do this, whatever, you can go in and cancel it. Just make sure you do it 24 hours before to get your money back. If you do have any questions about this, just leave them in the comments. We'll try our best to answer them. Or if you're looking to go on a trip and you haven't booked anything yet, reach out to me. I'm a travel advisor and I'd love to help. There's a form link below that you can fill out and we can talk about that.
Cool.
So moving on to the actual experience.
I've walked past the Droid Depot several times and did not even know it was there. Like, I didn't know that that's what that was. So chances are good that you might have also done this. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's hidden by any means, but there's not any like just big signage or whatever that says it's the Droid Depot.
Look at the app and it'll show you exactly. Oh, he's sad. I don't even know if y'all can hear that through our mics, but hopefully you can.
He just does
he's
it
sad
at
that we're
random
not
times.
talking to him. Sorry, BB Grape. We're talking all about you today.
If you get in ahead of your reservation, there's all kinds of different parts that you can look at on the wall and like different merchants. So you can kind of get an idea of what you're going to build before you go into the actual building process.
Yeah.
Did you have to pick out whenever you checked out? Like,
so
what kind of droid
I was
you
going to
wanted
say
build?
before that, there's two options. There is the BB-8, which is what we have, which is the sphere one, and then there is the R2-D2. I guess that's what they call it, the R2-D2 model, the more classic, I guess I would say, model. So you pick the two of those first when you get checked in, and then you go and check out. When we did it, you didn't have to do the pay ahead of time, so we paid there. But if you already paid and you're going to do the upgrade, that's where you would pay for that extra piece there, and they'll give you your bag and all that. They're going to give you a little basket, and then they'll show you over to the conveyor belt you were talking about.
Yeah, so that's got parts for all kinds of the different droid options that you can build. So you kind of just have to keep an eye out for yours. And it took us a little bit to find actually, like, I think we were at a little bit of a disadvantage because there were children that were around us that were doing it like way faster. Maybe it wasn't their first droid.
Well, but I think also the cast members, which is just totally fine. I would rather them do that. They were helping the kids.
For sure.
And we were just kind of standing there like, so what do we do?
They were kind of thinking like, maybe the adults will read.
And we did. We figured it out.
We got it all sorted. So
there's like signs and screens in front of you that show you all the pieces that you need.
Yep.
Depending on which one that you're going to choose, and then you just pick your colors and all
you would
that.
think they would all be colored, but certain pieces of BB-8 are not like colored that way. Yeah, so I can actually just go ahead. Oh, so there goes BB's head. So whenever you are like putting this guy together, these actually come in separate pieces. So you got to make sure that you find both of those. And then the little motor that's inside of it. I think there's actually two separate pieces that you find from the conveyor belt. But the reason I pulled this apart here is because your power button is also down inside here as well.
If you have these like sitting on a shelf somewhere, you're going to want to just power it off.
Yeah, that way you're not just using the battery all the time. So, and then so you kind of put it together like this. After you find all your pieces, you walk over to a station where a cast member can help several people at a time, and then you just start assembling the droid.
Yeah, they kind of walk you through the process, and let's be honest, this is an experience type of thing. Like it's kind of about that's what it's all about. So they'll walk you through. You kind of just show up with your basket, and they'll have you put it all out, and they're like, okay, you're going to do this first, and so they kind of let you do that, and then they're kind of talking to the other people that are getting their droids built, and then from there, let's be honest, there's not that many pieces. There's like a couple pieces inside that you attach. Yeah, and then you attach these.
They had a little screwdriver that came down from the ceiling, and it looked like some special kind of tool that they were going to use or whatever. And it's just like a push button screwdriver that like Disney had like decorated to where it comes down, and it looks like,
really cool. My favorite part was when we took him and they put him in like a little box, and they have it in there like, okay, we're going to basically bring your droid to life now that all your pieces are together. And there's a big button that I can like, it was fun for me. A little kid's going to absolutely adore it. Like hitting that big button and being like,
and then your droid starts like making noises and things.
Yeah. It starts to come to life. So all the lights are like, zoom, 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 and it makes noises. And then you can hear him start to do like, beep, 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 all that kind of stuff.
And then roll.
Yeah, he starts to roll around, and it's really cute. And then they'll walk you through. So each of your droids are going to come with this remote, and the cast member will walk you through kind of how to use it. You can, kind of play around with it on your table there, and it's very cute to see them move around. And I don't know. I thought it was a lot of fun, that part.
It's a lot of fun to let BB-8 chase our dogs too.
Oh my gosh, the dogs are not a big fan of it. They're not super scared of it. They want to fight it, but they're also kind of like, whoa, that thing moves weird. So then after that, they, after you have a chance to look at it and they're like, are you satisfied with everything? You're good. They will either put it in the backpack if you purchase the upgrade of the backpack, or just in like a white box, which is what we chose with. It's just a cardboard box. They stick them in there. They turn them off because they're like, you can see them, like they'll start moving around in there.
But that's where the part where they tell you like, hey, if you want to turn this back on and play with it outside, like a lot of people do, like this is where you go, and this is how you turn it back on. They also include instructions for all of that in case you don't have the best memory like me. So first night, whenever I got home, I wasn't 100% sure on the instructions again, and I just pulled that thing out. It's a little card pamphlet thing, and it just tells you exactly what to do.
Yep. So as we walked out of there, like Chris said, literally right as you walk outside the door, so you look right in front of you, there is like a mat that's on the ground that cast members are manning, and you can go and play with your droid, get used to using it, see other people's droids, take pictures with it, which is what I did. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Overall, I think it was a great experience.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure that you built one. I don't know that I have to go back and build one for myself now. I think you did a fantastic job. If you have a Star Wars fan in your family, I would definitely recommend the experience.
I think it's going to be really cute. We'll probably just put them like in the background. We're working on some decoration and stuff like that. Put them in the background. It's pretty cute, and I definitely think this is a fun experience. I think they're going to like it, so it's worth it to me.
I hope that was informative for you guys. Just hearing a little bit about our experience doing it, would definitely recommend it. And if you have any specific questions about it, let us know. But until next time, I'm Chris.
And I'm Alex.
And this is the Unwinding Vlog.
Bye, everybody.